Today's Wednesday, September 13th, and it's a little after 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is a chart review of the Micro E-mini S&P 500 futures, ticker symbol /MES. And as of the time of this recording, the spot price for the futures is 4,520 and a half. So this is the 7,000 tick chart. So each candlestick represents 7,000 trades, consisting of both the buy side and sell side. Right down here in the bottom right quadrant, there's a little meter. It's tallied up at this point. A little over 1,300 trades having been executed. And this is the current candlestick right here, this red candlestick that started trading a little while ago, at 6 o'clock actually, when the futures market started trading this evening. So what I'm showing here is a local resistance level of 45.25 and a local support of 44.57. And just scrolling back to the left a little bit, we can see here that this was the close of the S&P 500 last Friday. And when the futures market started trading for this week, there was a 50-point move gap up to the upside, ultimately hitting a high of 45.43. And then subsequent to hitting this high, price has just been ranging sideways. And what I'm referring to is that from my perspective, price has just been bouncing around inside this gray box. Here we have S&P 500 hitting the top half of this range 3 times, each time getting rejected. And now price is falling below the support and resistance level of 45.25. And similar to what happened over here, price is getting rejected, trying to break back above it. And here's the first attempt, second attempt, and now during the overnight session, there could be a third attempt. And it's been a mess. I mean, all of this from yesterday's overnight session was so choppy. Here, when the market opened, it got rejected initially, pulled back, and then just bounced. And then here, I think this was a fake out, because a lot of people must have taken this as a bullish signal and participated to the upside, only to get hung up here going sideways before price pulling back heading into the afternoon close. So what I'll be watching for the overnight session is a potential retest of 45.25. However, I'm anticipating that this could get rejected as well, and heading into tomorrow, sometime tomorrow mid-morning or early afternoon, we could get a rejection, and then eventually price running lower, breaking this trend, and potentially heading back down to retest 44.57 over the next few days, ultimately filling this gap, because the markets are efficient, regardless whether it's the stock market, the futures market, crypto, options, FX, all of those markets. At some point in the future, price will reverse itself to fill this gap. Unfortunately, no one knows when that could take. It could take a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, a few months, but ultimately price will come back to fill this gap. And I'm not saying this is all going to happen by the close of Friday. I mean, it could, but I think this could get filled sometime by next week. So I am kind of leaning on the bearish side of the market heading into Thursday, September 14th. So what I'll do is I'll continue tracking this during the overnight session, but I am looking to take a position to the downside if or when price gets rejected at 45.25. So for the purpose of time, I'll pause it here and I'll pick it up when something more significant does occur. Today is Friday, September 15th, and another review. Man, I was totally wrong. So where I left off, time frame was around this area right here, and instead of getting rejected at 45.25, Price broke above not just this local support resistance level, but the general range was broken as price ran up to 45.60. So all of this has happened since the initial recording. And right now, this is the current candlestick right here. So what I did was I overlaid a regression channel, and here price was just ranging again inside this gray range. Because of this regression channel, price was ranging between the two yellow bands, and then finally price broke above the yellow band and started ranging between the red and the yellow. So at this point, I was anticipating that this could potentially be the top. So what I did was I took a short position. I only shorted one futures, considering that now that the general trend is to the upside, I didn't want to get too carried away and start loading up on multiple futures and have the trade go against me. So my short entry is at 45.62 and a half. And my stop is right here. So if and when price crosses this alarm at 45.66, I'm going to place a stop to close out the position at 45.68 and a quarter. So that's approximately a $35 loss. So anyway, I'll continue tracking this price action heading into the stock market open at 9:30. If I open up Active Trader, the position is up $16.25. My entry price is at 45.62 and a half, which is what I marked up on the chart, and this is the number of futures. Yeah, so this is the current status, and the P&L is on the y-axis from the Active Trader dashboard here. So I'll continue assessing the profit and loss through this as well. So if I do get closed out 45.68 and a quarter, that would be a little under $30. So it's at 28.75. So that's the status of this position and the general thesis for my short bias position. Again, I was bearish since Wednesday. This move to the upside, I think, is a fake out heading into the market open. So, and as well, today is expiration Friday for option contracts. So today could be a volatile day as well. So we'll see whether or not this move is the correct move in a few hours. So until the next update. So it's been a few hours. The stock market will be opening in about 5 minutes, so I thought I'd do a little quick update. So since the last check on this S&P 500, price has fallen below several support levels. Initially, it has fallen below the yellow as well as the gray center line and is now approaching the bottom yellow support level. We might see a bounce here heading into the open, or we could see a spike down. If this green support level fails, then retesting the purple horizontal line would come into play. And that's where I have a limit order sitting and waiting right now. As you can see, it says a +2. So since the last review, I was able to add a second futures. So now the futures is holding, this trade is holding 2 futures. So if I open up Active Trader, I added a second futures. However, because it was a lower price, my cost basis went from 45.62 to 45.60. So now the trade is up a little over $200 as price continues trending to the downside. Now, where I have my limit order sitting, if price does continue trending lower, that order would close the trade out at 353 profit potential, and that is pegged to an S&P 500 hitting 4,524 and 3/4. So we can see that the spike is now broken below the yellow and is quickly approaching this green band here. So the stock market bell will be sounding off in 3 minutes. I'll go ahead and pause it here. I'll pick it up in 2 minutes. So I'll pause it real quickly. Okay, so the stock market bell will be sounding off in 10 seconds. So now its price is approaching the green band. So there's the stock market bell. So could we see a bounce off the green and run up to the gray center line? It's possible. So the trade is up 213. So let's see what happens. I mean, I'm not going to record the entire trade all morning. So if we could watch this just break below the green, that would be par approximately to the last support or bounce. So in any case, I'll do another update in a few hours. Yeah, so it's 45.24 3/4 is the exit. So however, if I see a strong move to the downside, I will walk my take profit a little lower. I don't want to get too greedy, considering that today is expiration Friday, so anything can happen. Also, my stop is way below my entry price, so at this point I'm guaranteeing this to be a risk-free trade. And if all things work out, let's say I get closed out here, then I was fortunate enough to capture or enter the trade at the height of this move to the downside. So more to follow. So the breakdown has fallen. So now price is approaching my limit order, which is sitting right here. We can see that the price is now the highlighted gray. So I'm just going to track that for a little bit. I have a stop. I moved my stop down here to 45.39. Just in case price does spike up and triggers my alarm, I'll move my stop down. So this way, at least I'm still guaranteeing at least a $200 take profit at that point. But it's very close to being closed at my limit order. So I'll pause it here and I'll be back as it gets closer. It appears there's some support level here. So I moved my stop to 45.35, which is a $251 profit. So I have price surrounded. It's just a matter of which order is going to get filled first. So yeah, come on, just a little bit more. I'll lift the alarm. At this point, it's irrelevant. Wow, it was a big move. 4 ticks away. Well, from this low, I need 4 ticks. 45.24.5 will fill my order. But this was a move I was anticipating, and I've been tracking since Wednesday. This was something I was waiting for. Although I was expecting this to happen over here, but thinking about pausing it again. Oh, I'm going to pause it. So wait, come on, just a little bit. Oh, we're only 2 ticks away. The low was 45.25. I need 45.24.5. Come on. Ugh. All right, I'm going to pause it. Wow, I was only one tick away from the low. I'm going to move my stop to $300 to 45.30. Oh, wait. $45.30. This is now a $300 trade. $45.29. So here's my stop to $303. I was 2 ticks away. All right, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to get stopped out. I'm out of the trade. $300 win. I think it's going to consolidate and then have another leg lower. Then that would be a 2-legged pullback. We have the first leg here, consolidate, and then a second leg down. But we'll see. Anyway, that's the trade. It took 2 days. Actually, it took a few hours, but I've been tracking this since Wednesday. So until the next setup, see you.